How are you? Let me put up my comments here. Happy Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Hey, I wanted to jump on today. I am super excited, super honored. You guys have probably seen some of my posts, but I am one of the keynote speakers for the F.I.R.E Business Conference. Wednesday, March 11th, myself and Haas Pratt. If you guys are in real estate, this is a Christian business conference, right? It is all about how to build a profitable business, ethically correct, how to do things the right way, how to build your business, how to build your influence, how to build an empire God's way, right? Which is the right way. And this will be the third year that this conference has happened. This is my first year to speak at it. Hold on, let me change my camera here a little bit. And you're going to see me start promoting it because I think it's super important with what is going on in today's world. What is happening in today's world and how do we take our influence to the marketplace? And that's what I'm going to talk about. Building an empire, building a movement in today's business world. How do you do that? Now, who's the ideal person to attend this conference, you ask me? Are you in mortgage? Are you in real estate? Are you in title? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you an intrapreneur? Do you know what an intrapreneur is? Let me tell you what an intrapreneur is. An intrapreneur is somebody who runs their own business unit. Maybe you're a manager or a leader within your section or sector at work. Maybe you work at Dell or you work at Apple, or you're a leader in at a car dealership, whatever that looks like, right? We are coming together. Haas and I, and Haas and I are the two speakers, of course, that I can speak for. We have done a lot in a lot of different businesses. We have built teams, we have built empires, we have recruited some of the best people. And, we have learned a lot about business, about real estate, about how to build teams that know how to break world records, but do it the right way. We know how to leverage your influence. How do you leverage your influence for good in a world that seems so dark sometimes? I don't know about y'all, but I hate turning on the news. And, the other day, a friend of mine called me and she's like, have you heard this and heard this and heard this? And I'm like, no, no, and no. And it's not that I'm putting my head in the sand. I am choosing what I let into my world. I am choosing what I'm going to spend time watching or listening to. See, I am choosing to do things that I know and take action that I know has impact. And I'm not doing things anymore that don't have impact. If it doesn't have impact, legacy, influence, if it doesn't make the world a better place, my business a better place for my employees, a better place for my agents, better place for my clients, I'm out. I'm out, just so you know. And so why I am so passionate about this conference, and you guys can see here, it's fire-us.com. We're close to sold out. I think we have like 25 seats left. But it's about a half a day conference. It'll be from 11 to 3 o'clock. Lunch will be served, so your ticket will include lunch. We're going to be, not after we speak, we're going to be out, we're going to be helping the attendees. Like, my heart is to help people do business the right way, to grow their business, to build empires, to do it the right way. For women, for you to build legacy, right? For you to build a legacy business, men and women. All right. And I totally believe that is on the principles of the golden rule. And it can be done that way. And so I really hope, if you are anywhere in Texas, the event's being held at the Belton or at the Cadence Center, which is like right at I-35 in Belton. So it's super close if you're in Austin, if you're in Belton, Austin, Georgetown, Salado, Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, wherever you're coming in from, jump on an airplane and come see us. When I tell you, we're going to leave it on the field for you guys and gals that are attending. I am going to show you everything I've done in the last 6 years to build one of the top producing, top teams. I'm going to lay it out what it means to partner with a global entity like Cardone, what that takes from an integrity standpoint. How do you go find strategic partners like Elena Cardone, right? You want to take your business to the next level, you've got to find strategic partnerships. You've got to find strategic partnerships. You've got to find, in the words of Elena, find the people you trust and build an empire. And I've done that. I have done that. You guys and gals have seen it. Like, I'm not just you, I'm not up there to talk. I am going to give you a step-by-step playbook, how to take your business to the next level in 2026. I don't do that very often. I'm excited about this. I'm back on the speaking circuit, but this one is really near and dear to me. This is put on by one of my business partners, Nicole Jack Johnson. I love her dearly. She's a lioness. This is her third year to put this conference on. She really, really, really wants to bring Christian business leaders together. She wants to be there. She wants us to know each other. One of the ways I think that I've been so successful in business is that I get into the rooms. I get into the room and I get to the table. All right. And I'm going to talk about that. What does it take to get your brand, your name, your business, you to the table in front of the right people? What are the downfalls? What are the things that you need to avoid doing when you're trying to be on the come up? Okay. And there's lots of them, guys. Lots of them, lots of deals I get involved with that never ever make. And they don't make because there's critical errors that are made on the other side of the deal. And, I think the older you get, the longer you live, the more that you realize and you see what these errors are. Guys, I've got pages that I am going to share with you. Anyways, I'm super excited about it. I do not have a Super Bowl pick today. I've had people ask me that. Who are you picking for the Super Bowl today? I don't even know who's playing. I kind of know who's playing, but I don't. But I'm heading out to our place in Florence because my husband's wants to have a Super Bowl party. So that's what we're doing. And so, but I wanted to jump on today. You're going to see me jump on a lot during the next week or two promoting this conference. It's going to be, probably cap out at about 250 people. So if you want to get to me and you want to get to Haas Pratt and you want to get to and have intimate conversations, talk to us, pitch your businesses to us, talk about what, the things that we've done right, the things that we've done wrong, have us kind of sit there and help you strategize. What is your next move? If you're in real estate, we'd love to see you. If you're in mortgages, we'd love to see you. If you're in the car business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're out there, if you're just somebody who's just, you're like, I am a Christian. I want to do things the right way. I want to meet other Christian business leaders. Then come on. We want to meet you. The tickets are not expensive. Go to that website. In fact, the tickets are very inexpensive because we've got some amazing sponsors that have jumped up and brought down the ticket price. Like this is really a ministry event for Nicole. She, it's a nonprofit. So by the way, when you write a check for your ticket, it's a donation to her nonprofit. So nobody's making a big money on this. I have volunteered to speak. Haas has volunteered to speak. Oh, I'm sorry. And Rebecca Contreras. Hello. What am I missing here? Rebecca Contreras is also speaking. Rebecca's story. She's amazing. She went from literally the East Side. She grew up on the East Side in adjunct poverty and ended up in the White House. She was in the Oval working with President George W. Bush, and she was a high school dropout, and her story will inspire you. It'll make you cry. It'll make you know that if she can do it, you can do it. There's nothing you can't do. And we are going to encourage you. We're going to spend that 5 hours. So myself, Rebecca, and Haas, and then there's a really amazing speaker that I'm going to let Nicole tell you guys about. I don't know her, but she's fantastic. I've checked her out. And we are there to absolutely pour into this audience. Your ticket is tax deductible because again, it's to a foundation. And this is my big charity give back for the year. And I can't wait because there's nothing I believe in more than the power of entrepreneurship. There's nothing I believe in more than when people of faith come together, that amazing things will happen. I think things will happen in that room that none of you will expect to happen. I think that introductions will be made supernaturally. I just do. I really do. If you commit that 5 hours, we're committing our time to you. Myself and Rebecca and Haas and Nicole and our amazing sponsors. And we are there to serve you, to help you discern what you should and shouldn't be doing. Looking forward to attending. Hi, Nicole. I told you I was going to get on and promote this. But we are there to serve all of you. And we are there to help you take your business to the very next level. I spoke at a conference like this, oh gosh, probably 5 years ago in Nashville, and it was called Grow Your Business for God's Sake. And it was really cool. And this is what this reminds me of. And crazy supernatural stuff happened in the audience. Supernatural connections were made there. I made one of the biggest connections I've ever made in my entire business career when I walked off stage and this guy walks up to me. True story. I'd never seen this guy before. This is in Nashville, Tennessee at a church. And my friend Glenn Lundy had put it on. And he said, Lise, will you fly out here and speak? We need to hear your story, your testimony, all of that. And I was like, of course, because if my friend Glenn Lundy asks me to do something, man, I am on that airplane. And so I fly out there, I come off of stage, and it was like really like I could feel the audience, I could feel the energy, and I felt like something like this, like weird, something's going to happen or I'm going to make a connection. I walk off the stage, this guy walks up to me and he said, I flew here from New York and I flew here only to meet you. And I was like, oh, okay, like almost weird. Like I was like, okay, how come? And one of the best business deals I've ever put together, I made the connection there. And it was because the guy was almost told he was supposed to be there and he felt it. And when I walked off stage, it was like, I don't know, I can't explain. We were just like, oh, and then we ended up cutting a deal and he and I made a bunch of money on this deal that we did. And anyways, so it was meant to be. And Glenn said to me, I was funny because he was like, I'm going to pay all your expenses to come out. And it was we stayed at the Grand Ole Opry and all of that. And he said, but I just know that you're going to make a connection there that'll pay you 100 times. Because that's what God does, right? When you go and you serve and, all of that. And, that happened when I met that guy. And so I believe that if you come and you come with the right heart and you come wanting to learn and you come like very intentional, and I'm going to talk to you guys about intentionality, like business is intentionality. This is a business conference. Okay. It's a business conference. Yes. Has it been for real estate only in the past? Yep. But that's why Nicole brought in other speakers like Rebecca Contreras, who has a gazillion-dollar consulting business now. And she started from nothing. She was a high school dropout who then went to the governor's mansion on the welfare to work program, worked for Governor Bush. And then Governor Bush took her to the White House. And she almost never even started that job because the Secret Service came to her and said, I don't know why you moved here because you have not passed Secret Service clearance. You can't pass Secret Service clearance. Like, girl, you've been up to some stuff in your life. And President Bush came in and he vouched for her. And then you look at her today and she's a multimillionaire. She owns, tens of millions of dollars worth of real estate, like her testimony. And she gives all the glory to God, that God saved her. God pulled her out of the pit of hell, which is where she was when she was growing up. Anyways, her story will absolutely take you to your knees. And it'll make you know that if you do what you're supposed to do and you get into the right rooms and you trust God, that it will work out for you. It always does, guys. It always does. And the path that you're on today may not be the path you're supposed to be on. And I just feel like, and I told Nicole this yesterday, she's on here right now if you guys want to like jump in the comments to her, but I told her yesterday, I said, Nicole, here's what I know. This is what I know that I know. And I know it from the Grow Your Business for God's Sake, which was the one I did in Nashville 4 or 5 years ago. I know that the people that are supposed to be in the room will be in the room because that's the way it goes. And I hope if you're out there that you believe that you're supposed to be in the room. To get access to people like us doesn't happen very often. It just doesn't. We're busy. It's hard. We just don't take, I can't, I have so many people on my real estate team. I am committed to take care of and to commit to their success that, I don't take random meetings with business people, with entrepreneurs. I just don't. I don't consult anymore like I used to. And when I consult, I'm super expensive. I won't lie to you guys. So anyways, this is your chance to be able to talk to me, talk to Haas, talk to Rebecca, talk to Nicole, talk to the team, and, pitch us an idea like what that guy did to me in Nashville. He pitched me an idea and I was just like, God, I never thought about that. And it was one of those businesses I kind of got in and out in a year, but I 10x'd the money. I 10x'd my investment. He and I are still friends today. We sold it. It was just like a cool idea, like nothing I would have ever thought of. And guys, that's what's going to happen at this conference. I totally believe that. Look at Nicole putting up a discount code. Okay, you can get 25% off with the code 30DAY. 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 Okay, God, Nicole. I didn't even tell you I was coming on today. Look at Nicole go. Anyways, so get your ticket. Nicole, put in the chat how much the tickets are. They're nothing. Again, we're doing this as a give back to our community, to the real estate community, to the entrepreneurs, to the business community, to people that have supported us. I have so many of my clients coming. I've got so many people, our teams that are coming, because this is our give back. This is our day that we're going to lay it all on the field. And we're just going to talk about many facets of business and how do you grow your business in a world that just seems so dark and so unethical. How do you do it the right way? How do you do it God's way? How do you surround yourself with like-minded business people? And I know you guys have heard me talk about my new book, and I just can't even tell you how excited I am about it. It's done. We're just in final edits right now. It may or may not be ready for the conference. It was originally going to be ready for the conference, but we've added a few stories to it, a few people to it, and it's phenomenal, and it's going to be amazing. But I talk so much in my book. It's really a manifesto on how to use your influence for good in today's culture. And I'm not really going to go down that path that much at this conference because this is a business conference. But I do believe that as Christian business leaders, Christian business owners, all of that we can use our influence, our power to change the culture, to better the culture, to make this a better world to live in, to bring people together. There's just so much division right now in the world. But I believe everybody at this conference will agree on at least one thing. And the one thing is that we are Christian business leaders. So you may be a Republican, a Democrat, you may be Black, you may be white, you may be a woman, you may be a man. We don't care about any of that. We care about people that want to know more, right? You may not know everything you need to know yet, but you have a yearning, you have a desire to know more. You have a desire to be in the room with other leaders that are like-minded with you. And so anyways, I want to personally invite you, go get your ticket today. Use Nicole's discount code 30DAY, 30DAY. That's your discount code to get 25% off. Guys, these tickets are, I don't even know. I should have checked before I got on, but you know me, I'll be on again. I'll have some notes. I made myself notes to make notes. So when I come on tomorrow or the next day to talk about this again, I'm going to give you guys exactly what I'm going to talk about. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to talk about yet, but what I will tell you is that I am going to show you how to build an empire God's way. I'm going to show you how to build an empire that can sustain a hit. I'm going to show you how to build an empire that is like a fortress, because you have surrounded yourself and you're doing business with people that will not fail you, that will stand with you even when the trade winds blow. And guys, we live in a world today where, man, if you are not surrounded by people that you know, like, and trust, people that you know, like, and trust, then you got a rough ride heading your way. And I believe if you show up at this conference, I believe you're going to find people in that room that you will make relationships with for the rest of your life. You're going to find people in that room that you know, like, and trust. And some lives are going to be changed in that room. And I want to invite you personally to be there. Don't make excuses. Rebecca, me, and Nicole will both be coming in from Florida that weekend, and we're like, nope, we're going to be in time. Oh yeah, tickets are $73, people, for an all-day event that includes lunch, and then you can take an additional 25% off. I mean, do you have $50 to invest in yourself? Do you have 5 hours and $50? If you are willing to do that, I promise you it'll change your life. I put my name on that. All right, I'm going to be back in the next couple of days. I'm going to start revealing some of the things that I'm going to be teaching at the conference. I'm going to get Haas Pratt on here. I'm going to get Rebecca Contreras on here, and we're going to show you that you don't want to miss this conference. And anyways, I love you guys. Go whatever team needs to win today. I have no dog in the hunt whatsoever. So anyways, I love you guys. Love you, Nicole. I'll see you soon. Bye.